Excited to be here, and I am honored to be your host this evening. We have some powerful people sitting up here with me, and this is really exciting. So this is the time where you can go onto your phone and you can check in on Facebook, and then immediately after you can put your phone on vibrate. It was funnier last week, I guess. I am honored, like I said, every Wednesday to be here for you and with you. To start off our evening, we have a beautiful, wonderful practitioner, Deb Sadler, who is also our education director here at Seaside. And I'm going to ask Deb to come on up and do our invocation.
I'm going to ask you to just go into the silence, feeling spirit moving through this beautiful sanctuary, this home that we call Seaside, knowing that spirit is all that there is, that there's only one mind, there's only one presence, there's only one consciousness. And spirit is inspirational, moving through all that it exists, providing the life and the love and the joy and the ease and the grace that is God moving through life. And I am one with the Spirit. I am an expression of Spirit, an individualized expression of Spirit. And as that is true for me, that is true for everyone within the sound of my voice. For we are Spirit expressing in our individualized forms, being that love, that joy, that light, moving out into and through the world. And so I know tonight is blessed, that we are here to hear a wonderful talk by a beautiful practitioner who was so close to ministry. And I know that we are divinely gifted by the beautiful message that Rosedale brings to us. And so I know that this is a divine appointment for each one of us. And it is a beautiful opportunity for us to grow and expand in our hearts and our spirits and our minds and our souls.
Thank you, Deb. Whew. You guys feel that? I do. I want to take this time to thank you if you're watching on live stream. I came out here like full throttle and I was like ready to go. But we want to let you know that we feel your consciousness as we feel everyone who is here as well. At this time, I'd like to introduce our guest artist. Sean is a troubadour with a sacred calling to serve the deepest needs of humanity with musical medicine. He served all over this beautiful planet of ours, creating intimate musical experiences that help to unlock and unleash bruised and broken voices. And while his open source ensemble is carrying on the same mission tonight at the Source in Redlands, where he currently serves as the music director, he's here with us to invite you to participate in the fullness of your aliveness and perhaps unlock and unleash the power of your voice. So I welcome you to stand up because you're going to do it anyway, as I invite Sean to come on to the stage.
All right. Evening, everyone. Yeah, I invite you to make music with me. That's right. Put those hands together. So we're going to rejoice a little bit together. The chorus is, I am rejoicing. I am standing firm and strong in my courageous heart, trusting the guidance leading me on, even when it seems to be outside the norm. Unseen hands are keeping me warm and supporting my every step, and I am rejoicing. I am rejoicing. I am rejoicing and giving thanks along the way. Let me hear your voices. I am rejoicing. Yes, I am rejoicing. I am rejoicing and giving thanks along the way. Easy, right? Yeah, we got this. Woo. I am meeting all the needs that I am here to meet, following spirit beyond my limits. Every way of being that leads me to lack shows me where to give or take slack, and lean in or pull slightly back, and always rejoicing, always rejoicing. I am rejoicing and giving thanks along the way. Let me hear you. I am rejoicing. Yes, I am rejoicing. I am rejoicing and giving thanks along the way. Hey! If you're rejoicing, let me hear you scream. Ow! That's right. Your voice. All right, close your eyes for a second and join me in this. I am standing present in this one eternal now, opening to be with everything here, even when it seems like I should run in fear. I stay near and breathe my way clear, so that I may respond in strength. And I keep on rejoicing, I keep on rejoicing, always rejoicing and giving thanks along the way. I am rejoicing, I am rejoicing, I am rejoicing and giving thanks along the way. All right.
I told ya. I told you we were going to get up anyway. All right. Thank you, Sean, so much. So I'm going to introduce to you, if you don't already know her, a person who is her word, her spirit, her energy. Like this morning, I was like, is Rosedale here? And I remember someone was like, if she were here, you would know it. Yes. And she has spoken all over San Diego for Centers for Spiritual Living, and she has a thriving practitioner business. So I'd like to introduce to you, and if you would help me, give her a warm welcome for Rosedale Jones.
Well, good evening, and first things in order is thank you all for showing up. And welcome, 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 welcome. You know what I love mostly about my whole philosophy, Centers for Spiritual Living? It seems like we're always all on the same page. This month, we're talking about health and prosperity. So this is powerful. And then what Dr. Christian did, what I love so much, is I was so on point with him from the day this whole wonderful journey, adventurous journey he started called the Holy Grail. And we were all in quest for the Holy Grail for the last 4 weeks. Now, here's what I want you to know. I'm going to put a little twist in that where it's going to be an inlet and an outlet. So the inlet, we pretend that we are electricity. The outlet, we pour it out. So when you bring it in, you could do it however. You could bring it in through here, through here, through here, and you could let it out through here. Eyes tell things, right? Breathe it out and breathe it in, right? Because this is the time for intentions, isn't it, Kat? And as we set the stage for all of our intentions, pretend or imagine that this whole place is covered with a big mesh of love. And as this thing is up there, everything you could possibly dream of is up there for you. And all you have to do is reach your hand up and grab it and put it into your heart. I love you. I love you. And then when you put it into your heart, I want you to talk to me for a minute, various people, and just say, what is your intention for this night? What is your intention for this week? What is your intention for the next month? What is your intention to the end of the year? As we set the record straight here of who we are and what we want, shout it out. Ha! Clarity, fun. Progress. Alignment. Leadership. Prosperity. There we are. And this is our intention. You said it. You know that little commercial, set it and forget it. Because it's yours now. It is yours. Okay. Now we can get back to the matter at hand. So as I kind of led into you a little bit to let you know that you are the inlet and the outlet on the quest. What is the quest? Well, this year we're calling the quest a Holy Grail. And it could be called anything, but it's a goal. And what I want to talk about, first of all, is the definition of quest. It's a search or pursuit that we're after. And it could be a quest for knowledge. It could be a quest for intelligence. It could be just about anything. Or what I thought was really cute was the second one, medieval romance. And what's so powerful about this one is I was working with Dr. Christian from the minute he started this journey, the adventurous knights and kings and all of that. And the Merriam-Webster dictionary, believe it or not, called it the quest for the Holy Grail. I said, I got to bring that in. I really got to make that one happen. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the quest. So that's what a quest is all about. Now, what you also want to know is that in relating your path to the quest, the Holy Grail, you know what you want. You set intentions just now, and you sort of said those things. Now, keep them in mind tonight because we're going to come back to that. It's going to be a test at the end of this. Realize that the Grail, the Holy Grail, is just a metaphor or a symbol of something where you might want to say that is possessed with the ability to heal you, to bring you that love in your life, to bring you that prosperity, to bring you that wholeness. Whatever it is, you think of that Holy Grail to be that for you. And okay, so as an inlet and an outlet, know this. You have 3 gifts. We all do. And they are time, talent, and treasure. So when you think about your time, talent, and treasure, recognize that when you have these gifts, what do you do with them? First of all, you become a good stewardess of these 3 gifts. Now, let's talk about your talent for one thing. If you're a good steward of your talent, and you know you got a great talent, because every single person in here has a talent that's worth, oh gosh, tons of money. But you sit on it, and you might say to yourself, well, I'm going to do this for so-and-so, and then so-and-so wants to pay you for it. Well, you want to be nice, so you say, no, I don't need anything for that. Did you just devalue your talent? That's what you do. Your talent was given to you for you to use it for others. So now you're an inlet. How did you get to be so talented, Sean? You practiced. You put time in it. And then someone else comes and you give it to them. You can do that as a gift sometimes, but you diminish your whole talent when you say things like, no, I don't want money for it, or no, I don't want any kind of pay for it. A good stewardess says, yes, it's $60 an hour, and if you bundle it up, you can get, some savings with that. Would you like catch up with that? So you really pretty much are in charge of that. So here's what happens as an inlet. Here's what happens as an inlet. It's a way of entering. And how does most things enter? Through an opening. You're open, I'm open, so it's in. Whatever it is, the fix is in. What's an outlet? Talking about the dictionary once again. It's a place to plug something in, to get some kind of source, some kind of power from. So you're at both of those. Now, on your way to the quest, with these 3 gifts that you have, you want to make sure that you're prepared each and every time. You're prepared for what you're getting. Remember, you have to exit and you have to enter. You have to inhale, you have to exhale. All of these things work together. You got to have them both. So therefore, giving and receiving, all of these things come. So we talked about talent. Let's think about treasure. How are you doing that? Are you taking any old job you can find? Are you selling yourself for mere pennies? This is not a bad thing, because some people feel like this is all I need to do right now. I have X, Y, and Z to do, and I'm going to do that. Or let's look at it another time. Let's look at it in time. Time is a thing you can spend as well. Spending time. Because you spend money, you spend your talent, and you spend time. Now let's think about this time thing. When I get up in the morning, it's between 4 a.m. and 6. I am setting my schedule, deciding what I'm going to do. So Monday morning, my sister texts me and tells me, pray for Daddy. So I've already got my schedule set up, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? My mind is going, I don't know what to think. What's going to happen when I call him? You know, so then I said, no. I hung up because I don't want to talk to her. I want to talk to him now, because what am I thinking? Trivia is going to set into that conversation with my sister and I. And what do I want from my dad? I want him to have this kind of peace, this kind of evenness when I'm done with him. But I can't do it talking to my sister because I have to talk to him. So what do? I decided to hang up the phone on her and call him. So when I called him, I was thinking in my mind, what could he possibly be, what's going on with him? You know, thinking kind of nervous. So when I got him on the phone, I went, he said, hello, sweetheart, how are you? So that means he's up, right? I was just calling you because I had a question to ask you, you know, about the veteran stuff, and I need to get some benefit. Oh, that's all he wanted? Great. So I felt pretty good about that. So I'm thinking, yeah, this is really cool. So I decided to let it be, and he hung up the phone, and I hung up, and I was happy that he was okay. So I called my sister finally, and I said, oh, that was me. I called you. I let the phone ring twice, and boom. So then she said, okay, no problem. So what's up? And I said, oh, you don't have to remind me about Daddy anymore, because what happened, I called him. She said, oh, yeah, did he tell you that he just got out of the hospital this morning? So I said, no, he didn't actually tell me that. So then I said, well, what? No, I said, before I ask that, I'm thinking of my time. Trivia will set you up, and you'll be talking about, but I think this, and I think the doctor really meant that. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do something to help him and just get this thing passed, because I have other things I have to do. So I called him back. I said, Daddy, you forgot to tell me that you were in the hospital. Oh. Minor. I just had some minor stuff, you know. I had a fever or whatever have you, but I was really glad that he shared that with me. So after he shared that, I decided that, okay, let's pray. And he loves it when I pray. He said, okay, wait, let me get my spot. Let me sit down. Can I breathe now? I said, okay, start breathing. Yeah. So he does that. And I achieved something in that moment. I learned that you wanted to get your dad a nice, peaceful moment, and you did it. And putting him in that place is fabulous, because when you ask for what you want, the prosperity and all these wonderful things, guess what you really want? The feeling of how it feels when you have it. So in order for him to heal, he has to go to a place of evenness, which is called equanimity. This evenness of mind puts you in the place you need to be. Prosperity, Jeff said. What happens when you're prosperous? Well, you're happy first. What happens when you heal? You're mentally and emotionally stable. But where did I get that word from? You think I made it up? No. Actually, I got it from this book. It says here, everyday rituals to conquer anxiety and claim unlimited inner peace. But actually, it's a one-person book. It helps you out with your different practices and things of that nature. You want to learn to meditate. And the reason why equanimity is important, because that's what you're looking to achieve when you're out there with your meditation, with your writing your journals, and all those other wonderful things. So that all being said, you now have the time example, the talent example, and the treasure example. And at the end, I'm going to ask you to do some certain 3 things about your 3 goals. But I also want you to know this. The newest person sitting in this room probably says, or out there in computer land, is wondering, well, okay, I hear you. I understand all of this, but what do I need? And what I would say is a trained mind. And I learned this trained mind because our founder, Ernest Holmes, he would say something like this, and I'm going to tell you about the little quote that comes from the Science of Mind text, and it is on page 47. He says, undoubtedly, each of us is now demonstrating his concept of life, but a trained thought is more powerful than an untrained thought. And the one who gives conscious power to his thought should be careful about what he thinks than the one who does not think. Because the more power one gives to his thoughts, the more completely he believes that his thought has power. And with that, because he believes his thought has power, guess what he's got? Power. He's the inlet and the outlet. So a new person, if you want to get your mind from untrained to trained, you see a practitioner. You see someone that can help you get on that right track. Because I remember being brand new myself. I started out on my path, and my holy grail was to be here, but I didn't know that then. But everything comes about. First, I wanted to lose my weight back because I was ill. Different things. The holy grail changed every single time. And with all that being said, I'll tell you this about Eric Butterworth. And this is a wonderful place to be when you start thinking about how am I applying my talent, my treasure, and my time. I'm applying it in certain ways, but listen to what Eric Butterworth has to say about this in spiritual economics. Your life is a gift from God. What you do with your life is your gift to God. And when you can think of that, and when you can think of all these wonderful things, you begin to be the inlet and the outlet because you're giving in and you're taking out. You're giving in and you're taking out. So with that all being said, I'm going to say, and so it is.
Woo, I told you, right? Like, once you know her, you're going to see her everywhere. Like, Rosedale is in the building. Thank you, Rosedale.
You're welcome,
So
darling.
this is the time in our service where if you have any questions for Rosedale, if there was something that was not clear, if there's something that you want to bridge together, she's right here. You can ask her these questions. Or if you have any comments or concerns or something that you want to share, this is the time. And who knows, maybe you're being courageous for someone who's afraid to ask a question, but you are brave enough to do it. So I'm going to come down with the mic, and we have a question.
I don't know if I need this microphone. Okay, so interesting thought about the inlet and the outlet.
Yes.
Right? So could you speak to what is your perspective if there's sort of like a buildup of energy, right? That there's the block, right? And how you flow with that inlet outlet.
With the knowledge and understanding that if I am just holding this stuff in and not releasing, that is a block. If I take my hand and hold it this way and nothing could go in, nothing's coming out. Nothing could happen. So what do I need to do? I need to start to express what it is I'm bringing in. When you learn so much, it's time to give that talent out to someone else. Or you'll have a block. But you don't want the block, so don't want the block, let it flow. Let it flow, ebb and flow, in and out, in and out, in and out.
Is feelings part of the in and out?
Oh, absolutely. Feelings get the healings. If you're feeling good about something, it's happening. When you're not feeling so good, it's happening too. But wouldn't you rather have the good thing happen, so you better feel good first? That's what you got to do. How do you get to feel good first? The first thing you do is practice, 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 either meditation, either writing gratitude journals, or you can either just basically pray for somebody else. But whatever you do, feel good.
Thank you, Abigail. Is there anyone else that has a question, a comment, a concern? You guys are really gonna make me talk this time. And last time I was like only playing that I was gonna say something and I really had nothing, and then someone raised their hand, and it's not working this time. So I'm hoping that if I bring my hand up, somebody else will bring their hand up. And that's not working either. Oh, and there we go. All right, you guys are really making me sweat as the weeks pass on. Like, I'm really gonna have to say something here.
Can you talk a little bit about, this time of year we have usually a lot of things going on, and it's the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday, and we get kind of too much coming in, and even sometimes too much of a good thing is coming in. So how
I'd like too much
can you
of the
talk
good
about
things. I'm not going to
not
start.
only what's on the table,
I don't think I'm going to go there with too much of the good things, but I like the good things. But what I'm thinking about is when the things are not so good that's coming in. What do I want to do at that point? The thing to do when the not so good things are coming in, or the things I don't deem good, is practice. Once again, I cannot express enough how important it is to get, it's called practice for a reason, to get that groove in the mind going so that you can continue to move and groove and keep doing your thing. I noticed one thing about myself. If things are not going right, and it is not if, it's when things are not going right, I have to do something. Either I have to go back to my getting up a certain time of morning or doing whatever I normally do to bring back my peace. I have to be happy all the time. But if I'm not happy, it's whose responsibility? There you go. And so with all this stuff going on all year round, I am the one who has to be out there for myself. And then I could bring up others.
Isn't it true sometimes, even the holidays, even when the good, only good is coming in. You're having all this family and friends, and where even too much, almost like when you say too much of a good thing, where you just...
I can't agree with that one. I'm not going to agree with too much of a good thing. I'm not going to do it.
It's back to what you were talking about balance. Even in the times when everything is so good, sometimes it could be overwhelming or exhausting, or that we have to create that space for that kind of settling the waters, for just finding what you said earlier about the evenness,
Yeah, well, you want to balance when things are not going good. You want to get the balance back to get the good. Because, it's not always, nothing's always going to be good, right? So when you're doing great, we have a tendency to get spoiled. We think that once we're doing great, I don't need anything right now. Everything is all hunky-dory. But it's not true. I don't need anything. You still always need that in you, that inner peace within you. If you don't feel peace when things are going good, then are they going really good? So, just thinking of in terms of that, having peace is the way to go with that. Peace, feeling.
How do you contribute your good if someone else in the world is putting a strong negative impact on?
Say that again, sweetheart.
How do you contribute your good if someone is putting a large negative impact on the world.
Thank you. Give her a hand, please. Abigail here is, how old are you again, Abigail? 9? 10 now. Oh my goodness, I am getting behind the times with you, girl. Okay, Abigail here asked the question, how do you contribute your good to the world when everything seems to be a mess? Remember, I'm going to say it again. If you don't find a book that you like to practice in to get it into you, get a practitioner to get it into you, you keep powering up. You keep getting that source. You keep going to get it in you so that you can express it and keep expressing. Because if you're empty, guess what? You got nothing to express. If there's nothing in there, nothing's coming out, you're blocked. So the thing is, I need to practice. I need to find something that sets what is that word? Something that resonates with me right now. I need to do it. Inside of no time, you'll find yourself to feel better. But this sounds crazy if you don't try it. But when you see that you got some good to give, figure out how can I get it out there. But I first need to be happy. And I don't know how to do that, well, then that means that I have to figure out a way to train my mind. And if I don't know how to do that, then I need to get somebody to help me train my mind. And that's how we do this. Bit by bit, it's a cinch.
All right. Wow, Abigail. You're going to take my job.
That was a good one, Abigail.
All right. One last thing before we move on. The holidays are coming up, and this kind of stirred something within me. If you know somebody, or if you yourself want to be as a part of a community, we have a potluck here on Thanksgiving Day. Bring a meal, or if not, then you can volunteer. Just know that you don't have to be here alone, and we're here. You know, we're going to be here regardless. So bring your light, bring your love, bring your questions, bring your conversations. We're going to be here on Thanksgiving Day. And with that being said, I'm going to invite Sean back on stage with his wonderfulness.
Thanks, Kat. Thank you, Rosedale. So good. You know, when you were when you told me this afternoon that you were talking about the inlet and the outlet, I wanted to do something like, you take the good stuff in, you take the good stuff out, you take the good stuff in and you move it all around. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. But I'm not gonna do that. That's not what I'm gonna do. Fun, right? I couldn't think of like where to go from there. Like good stuff in. Yeah, okay, could have done that. But I wanted to, but this song has to do with that quest. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who make the change. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who save the day. We've all heard it said before, haven't we? But did you stop and ask yourself, what does it mean? No one else can tell you. You will only know when you look inside your heart and act on what you see. So this is only a suggestion, or maybe it's a request. Look inside your heart and find the kernel of your quest. Because we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones who make the change. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who save the day. round and round and round and round and round and round and round we go. Round and round and round and round and round and round and round we go. Round and round and round and round and round and round and round we go. Round and round and round and round and round and round and round. When will we learn? When will we learn? When will we learn? When will we learn? Every day, in every way, in everything we do. Right now we are learning.
Every time, Sean. Every time. I never know what's going to happen. I'm just watching in excitement. What's going to happen? All right. So,
Me too.
okay. So, at Power Up, we think it's very important that you leave here this evening taking something home, taking something concrete, something that you can work on, something that you can do. So, that being said, I'm going to ask Rosedale to come back onto this stage and give us our call to action for this week.
Take your hands together and rub them. Get the friction. Warmth, warmth, warmth. Slowly stop. Don't just stop instantly. And hold it together for a second. Now, get your fingers not even an inch away from each other. Do you feel the energy? If you don't feel it, do it again. Rub it again. Pull away just a tad enough just to feel the energy. Who's the inlet? I need you to look at that this week. When you feel something going on, maybe a headache, maybe something somebody's doing, rub it up. Get that energy together. Get that energy together. Be the inlet. And if you want to give somebody something, reach out. Reach out your energy. As the inlet and the outlet, know that you do have that power. Can I get you to know that this week? Then and so it is.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
So, this is a time during our service when we as a community get the great honor of supporting this service and the center that gives us so much. Participating in the law of circulation helps each one of us be more generous and more prosperous people. For everything that we give comes back to us, amplified and increased. So I invite you to place your financial gift over your heart and repeat after me. This gift I give is God in action. I give it in joy. I give it in gratitude. And I give it in love for all the good in my life. And so it is. I'm going to ask Deb Sadler to come up to do a quick blessing before we have Ginny and Dennis go out.
Just knowing that as we go into our hearts, that we understand the law of circulation, that as it goes out, it returns to us, and that's not why we do it, but it is how the law works. And so I just bless this evening and know that we are all prosperous infinitely.
give, the more I have to give, the more I am a vessel to receive. The more I offer up to the source that's given me everything, the more that I can have what I believe. Come on, sing that with me. Here we go. The more I give, yeah, the more I have to give. Whoa, the more I am a vessel to receive. The more I offer up to the source that's given me everything, the more that I can have what I believe. As I give, I shall receive. So I give what I have. I give in thanks for all I have and all that I'll receive according to the divine plan. Because the more I give, whoa, the more I have to give. Yeah, 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 the more I am a vessel to receive. Yes, the more I offer up to the source that's given me everything, the more that I can have what I believe. Whoa, the more I offer up to the source that's given me everything, the more that I can have what I believe.
Even with that, you didn't even stand up and still.
So beautiful.
All right. So this is the portion of Power Up where we bring in what we did last week. So last week we had Kim Jera here, and she talked about living the dream. And if you don't remember, if you weren't here, she talked about how if we have different perspectives, you put on different glasses, you'd see the world differently. And she gave us a call to action that was very specific, just like Rosedale's for tonight. And it was when you wake up in the morning to have 5 things that you are grateful for. 5 things. And if you weren't here last week, then if there's anything that you would like to talk about, anything that has come up during the service, you can also bring that up as well. Because remember, this is a community that we're building, and this is for you. So the more that you participate, the more that you will take out this evening. And for this one, I have like tons to talk about. So I know that you want someone else to stand up and talk their piece. Did anyone do the call to action last week? Woo, everybody, yeah.
I did. What a great time to do that call to action, too. This time of gratitude and Thanksgiving that's right around the corner, believe it or not. But honestly, I woke up in the morning, and sometimes in the morning, you're just feeling a little bit crabby or just not the best of moods. And I started thinking, at least I've got the ability to be grateful. And then all of a sudden, things started happening. And I started finding myself finding it easier to be grateful for things that I could be grateful for. And I thought, I am really grateful that I opened my eyes with ease this morning. I am really grateful that I'm about to get out in the fresh air and just enjoy life. And I just started finding, as soon as I started saying, I'm really glad I have the ability to do it and be grateful, then things just started coming a lot easier for me. And I've been waking up in the morning a much better person. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that is pretty much the same thing. We've been waking up and we take 5 minutes and we say the 5 things we're thankful for, and then one day we didn't. And we were like, we need to go back to bed. This did not work.
Start
And
over.
it was really what it was. It was like we have to go back until the next morning we did it with, a more full intention. Like now we know this is a better way to start our day. And we're new, so we're learning every day. But that was great.
Thank you. Yeah. I do the same thing because, Woo! Because I realize that when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is check my emails. And I was like, wait a minute. What are the 5 things I'm grateful for?
Yeah, leave.
1, that I have an iPhone. Anybody else want to share what they did this week? Anything that came up for them? Anything that they would like to discuss? Are you checking your emails too in the morning? Good. I should be like you. Because I noticed that when we wake up in the morning, like, it's kind of like, okay, what do I have to do first? Am I running late? Am I not running late? Can I have breakfast? Should I make breakfast? I'm not going to eat breakfast today, but what am I going to have for lunch? And then all these thoughts go, like, rushing in, right, into your mind, into your day. And before you know it, you're already stressed out and you haven't put your feet on the floor. At least that's what came up for me. And again, we're all in this together. This is the reason why we have these testimonials and Q&As. So again, if there's anything that comes up for you, go ahead and raise your hand. These are like loving suggestions that I'm giving right now.
I wanted to talk about the whole tithing thing, where, last Sunday we had to write in how much are we tithing for the next year. And I'm on automatic tithing, and I was listening to the service too about, Kim Jera, matter of fact, was saying how she donated 10%, and it doesn't mean everybody needs to donate 10%, but whatever you decide is comfortable for you. And then she would stick with that, even when things were going really bad, financially uncertain. She said no, because if I lower it, that means I'm lowering my intentions. I'm saying that, okay, now I'm poor, So you're not thinking in that vibrational frequency of abundance, because that's what abundance draws, more abundance. So long story short, so I was hesitant about the amount I was going to do this year, and I was thinking about going lower, and then it just hit me. I said, no, I'm going to stay in that vibration, and I'm going to know it's going to accelerate even from there. And I just made that commitment, and within 2 days, I do my mother's accounting right now, power of attorney and all of that. Okay, long story short, we were lacking funds, and it was kind of snowballing. And I found $30,000.
Wow.
Now, it doesn't mean it was there, because it was there. We just have to look. We can find, we can be attracted to it. But I really believe in my commitment to stay in that vibration. I was connected with, there's another account I didn't check that Mom has. And all of a sudden, oh my God, I thought it was closed out account, and it was $30,000. And, so that was a testimony for me. It was like, yes, it really is true. It really is true when you lock in on the vibration and say, no matter what, I'm going to stick in that vibration, then it's a momentum, and it's a science, You are attracted then to abundance, and abundance is attracted to you. Amen.
Amen.
And so it is.
Yes.
I'm going to leave it with that one, because that was just awesome. So again, what we're doing here, guys, is we're creating a community. So if you know someone, or if you want to help, you can always do that. Sean and I we did, what do we call it?
Street team.
Street team. So we literally went down to Encinitas, and we were giving out flyers. We were like, hey, come, welcome, because that's just who we are all the time. And you can do that too, but you don't have to do it in such an aggressive way. You can take some flyers, give it to one friend, give it to another friend, and get this community growing, because again, this is for you. And I enjoy being here, and I love the conversations. I love the people that I'm getting to learn to know. So that is one. Also, if you want to know more about what Denise was talking about, we can talk in the back. Next week, there's a blackout date, we will not be here. I'm so sorry, but I thought you were going to play a sad song. But we will be back November 29th, and Nicole will be here. So again, we're not going to be here the 22nd because at the Methodist Church, United Methodist, they're going to be doing a whole interfaith with Sedema. Okay, that's in your Inside Seaside. That's in your program. If you want more information about that, we will be here on the 29th. And here's where I get to say thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing your love. Thank you for bringing your light. And thank you, Tim, for doing the live streaming.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Greg, for doing the live streaming as well. Thank you, Ginny and Dennis, for everything that you do here for the past 20 plus years. Thank you, Rayma, for holding the light. This whole time while we're up here going crazy, she's been holding the light, holding that space so that we could be here today. Thank you, Sean, for being here, being the beautiful, wonderful, energetic spirit that you are. And of course, thank you, Rosedale, for being you, for your beautiful message. Woo! And like I said, if you didn't know who she was, now you know. All right, so there will be cookies in the back. If there's any questions, if you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to Sean, if you want to talk to a practitioner, we have practitioners here that are willing to do prayer with you. And there will be cookies and water in the back. We're going to stand up and we're going to do our congregational song.
I'm gonna come down there with you guys. Is that cool? All right. They told me this had to be a song we could sing along, so I got a little song here. It's got a part for you in it. But let's warm up a little bit. Go like this. Just sing this. Just sing this back to me. Here we go. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, 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 oh. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, 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 oh. Here we go now. Yeah! Those of you guys who did that, you passed the test and passed the first test. Because this song is all about not taking yourself so serious. It goes like this. Lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Come on, sing now, lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Whoa, uh-huh, whoa, whoa. Now, I don't see how it could be any fun walking around like you're some kind of number one. With everybody asking your name, trying to figure out the rules of your game. Well, as for me, I like to lay low, usually. I like to watch the birds outside my window. Well, you look like you come a long, long way. But if you're looking to be happy, all I've got to say is what? Lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Come on, sing now, lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Whoa, uh-huh, whoa, whoa. Now, how many of you guys are going seriously? It's seriously. Nobody? There's always one. Now, I don't make a big fuss about money. You know what? Some days, I don't make any sense. But every day for me is a whole world of discovery, and every minute singing is a minute well spent. So come on, sing now, lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Everybody sing, lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Come on, lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Everybody sing lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. It's all you guys. Here we go. Lighten up. Oh, so good. So good. Come on, sing it now. Woo! That's right. Take yourself so. Come on, everybody, sing now. Lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Come on, sing, lighten up. Oh, lighten up. Don't take yourself so There you go.
Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. We will see you in the back.